Go.
We are now live. Hey guys, I'm Captain. This is Janice. He's going to take over now.
All right. What up, people? It's Janice. Oh, why'd I say people? Fuckers. There we go. Yeah, I'm off my game today. Anyway, yeah, we're just gonna fuck off and cover a couple things on this stream. And all right, yeah, so disclaimer, yeah, these are just our opinions and you shouldn't take them seriously. And don't hurt anyone because hurting people's bad. And
do your own research.
Yeah, do your own research. And
do not harass anybody on our behalf.
You might as well have done this yourself.
I know, I'm sorry. I think that covered everything, though. And this is fair use, by the way. Also, I have no idea what we're going to be looking at. This is all going to be brand spanking new to me. So,
yeah, she has no clue what's going on, but
no clue.
I'm pretty sure other people who watch this will. Anyway, I wanted to dip into the Fani Willis thing, and yeah, I know that lights a fire under people's butts when it comes to you know who, and so anyway, here's the deal. So Fani Willis is prosecuting who for I think one of the charges is racketeering. And basically, it's all related to the 2020 election, and like there was a thing in Georgia where they had a separate slate of electors. It's all this complicated fucking political fucking bureaucracy bullshit, So they had a separate slate of electors, and then they weren't supposed to have them, and it was illegal or something, and so she's making a big case out of this, and like really, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. And I don't even care much for who anymore. But so anyway, yeah. So Fani, like the other one in New York, Letitia Peekaboo James, just trying to they're basically just throwing shit at the wall and trying to make it stick. And like little like smears of poop still stick, and that's about it.
You're not supposed to throw turds at the wall. That's pasta.
Oh, I thought it was poop. But poop makes more sense in this case. So anyway. And now there's the whole scandal with, her hiring her lover to take on the case against Trump. And now there's another trial going on with her at the center of it for basically trying to impeach her from that trial. And I don't even know how it's going to go forward if she's not on it. But maybe someone else will take over because there's a lot of TDS out there.
And for those who don't know what that means... Because I did.
Trump derangement syndrome. Yeah, apparently Captain didn't even know what the fuck that means.
It's
like we have a pandemic. We have a fucking pandemic, and Captain's completely out of the loop. But
Captain's leaving, dude. Captain's on our way to Norway.
Oh, right on. That's what's up.
Who dog?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Clarification though. What is racketeering?
Yeah, I hope you enjoy it up there. But anyway, so anyway, I didn't want to get much into who, but yeah, I do want to get into Fani Willis because there's some issues I have with how she conducted herself and what she's supposed to represent, and it just fucking bothers me. But anyway, yeah, was that enough of an explanation?
Yeah, that was good. But for clarification, what is racketeering?
Oh, racketeering. That's like that's usually like the kind of shit you charge like mafia bosses with. It's like just some kind of like big scheme to like make money.
Defraud people?
Yeah, to defraud people. There you go.
Alrighty then. I'm gonna pull up the video. Here we go.
Oh wait, yo, real quick, before you do it, I just want to show everybody Lilith. Come here. Oh,
oh yeah, his kitty. He's got a new
and
kitty.
She was just spayed, so she got her belly shaved, and she got a little scar right down there.
Hold on, let me blow you up.
Good.
So they can see you better. I think. Well, I don't know if that's gonna work.
Oh, no, that's okay. All right, off you go. Remember what I said. No lickies.
She's a pretty kitty. All right, you ready?
Yep, good to go. Yeah, let's start it. Because, yeah, this is some good shit right here.
All right, let me blow it up real quick. Just holler at me if you need me to pause it.
Will do. Oh, yeah, sorry. If I take a moment to respond, I'm probably hitting my vape.
Okay. I'm hitting play now.
Isn't it true that you met Mr. Wade in October 2019?
Pause. Can you turn the volume up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit higher. Yeah, that's probably good right there.
Do they actually call him? Do they actually call the guy her lover?
Yeah, I think in some parts they do. Yeah, I think they specifically say lover.
Yeah, I don't like that word. I don't know why. There's nothing wrong with it, but I don't know. It just creeps me out. I'd rather say like mistress or boyfriend, like lover.
Yeah, right on. I mean, I think they do call her. They mostly call him her boyfriend.
Okay.
But a couple of times, I know lover was said.
Taylor Swift has an entire album called Lover, and it's a terrible song, by the way. And I love Taylor Swift, so.
I'm sorry.
All right, here. Yeah, I'm pushing play now.
Very much want to be here, so I'm not a hostile witness. I very much want to be
Not
here.
so much that you're hostile, Miss Wilson.
Oh, she looks like she wants to be there. I totally believe her.
An adverse witness. Your interests are opposed to Miss Merchant's.
Miss Merchant's interests are contrary to democracy, Your Honor, not to mine.
A Fulton County district.
Oh my
What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Contrary to democracy.
I have to
Isn't it true that you met Mr. Wade in October 2019 at a judges conference?
He hasn't gotten to the point where Ms. Willis should be treated hostilistic.
I think we have.
I very much want to be here, so I'm not a hostile witness. I very much want to be
Not
here.
so much that you're hostile, Miss Willis. It'd be an adverse witness. Your interests are opposed to Miss Merchant's.
Miss Merchant's interests are contrary to democracy, Your Honor, not to mine.
A Fulton County district attorney in charge of criminally prosecuting.
Just let it play. Just let it play.
What does that even mean?
It's just some made up bullshit, Cat. Like this is what they do now. They spit out this made up bullshit and they hammer it into people where it's like everybody just accepts this reality and that's it. And yeah, and here's the thing, like the judge is setting a precedent with her too by this is the most fucked up part, Cap. Like the way she was popping off, like any normal judge would have like stopped her, like you're out of order.
Yeah.
But the judge just let her pop off, and I don't know. And I think it might have been a slick move by the judge to like give her that rope to hang herself with. Like, I mean, that's one of my theories. Like, or otherwise, the judge is just giving her like way too much free leeway because he's scared of her or whatever.
Yeah, and the people watching probably as well. What was that one trial?
But yeah,
Daryl
But
Brooks.
yeah,
They gave him
way
too much leeway.
Yeah,
right.
Oh my God.
He was awful.
Like, yeah, that judge was more than fair with him.
Prosecuting former President Donald Trump for interference in the 2020 election shockingly took the stand during a hearing in the case. Fani Willis had sought to avoid testifying about the allegation.
Oh, it's Fani?
I'm pretty sure it's Fanny. I mostly hear her name pronounced as Fanny.
Okay.
It could be Fani.
Relationship with the special prosecutor she assigned to the Trump case. But in an about face, she stormed into the courtroom and she insisted that she testify.
Please, give me the time period. that we're
Mr.
talking
Wade visits you at the place you laid your head.
about. When?
Has he ever visited you at the place you laid your head?
So let's be clear, because you lied in this, let me tell you which one you lied in, right here. I think you lied right here. No. This is the truth.
Judge,
And
this
it is a lie. It
We're
is
gonna-
a lie.
Ms. Willis?
You said,
Mr. St. I think.
Can you
Cap, this is
storm
supposed to
I'm sorry. Can you?
this is supposed to be the district attorney, Cap. This is supposed to be the DA of Georgia. Oh yeah, I'd like to make another note while I'm looking at this.
Testify?
She's wearing her dress backwards.
Wait, is she?
Yeah,
No, I
like somebody
think it
somebody
just zips
posted
up
on
his dress.
Twitter, like there's a pic of her in that dress, and then there's a pic of another chick, like who's actually modeling it, wearing it like completely reversed. Like the zipper and the
Totally
bow is in
pull
the
it up.
back.
Pull it up. I have to see that.
All right, yeah, I know. All right, so yeah, I can't share sound, but I know I can at least share my screen.
Maybe
Alright,
it's a
hold on a sec.
reversible dress that can be worn both ways. Like, how do you accidentally put it on backwards? It's like putting your right shoe on your left foot. You realize it, you know?
Ah, there it is. I found it.
Hold on. You got to do the present button again.
All right, hold on. Just give me. I want to make sure I have the picture ready. Oh god damn it! Why can't I blow this up?
No GDs on this channel.
Oh, sorry.
It's cool.
All right, cool. I got it pulled up.
All right, I don't see it yet, so.
No, oh no, I didn't share screen yet. Hold on. Sorry, give me a
Okay.
sec. All right, there we go. Yeah, check it out.
I think we would get more viewers if we recorded this ahead of time.
But what did I just do? Yeah, I was trying to zoom in. You know what? Oh god, now I can't see it past all these stupid ads. All right, there we go.
Yeah, I'm having trouble on my end.
But
as well.
yeah, the zipper's supposed to be in the back. She's wearing
Can you pull it up, Digger? I can't tell.
All right, let me try and zoom in.
Is it the same dress?
Yeah, it's the same dress. I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, yeah, see down the bottom, she's got the bow that ties around, but she don't even got that shit tied properly. But yeah, the zipper's not supposed to be in the front. All right, there we go. Yeah, I can stop sharing.
Oh, wait, pull it back up. Pull it back up.
Oh, all right.
I had just noticed something. Pull it back up.
I gotta go through the whole present screen thing again.
I know I'm annoying, but I like details.
Oh yeah, and let me know if somebody happens to pop in here so I can like go. Yeah, I'll go to the.
Oh
regular
crap!
Comments
I need to go to the comments. Yeah, I had it on the private
instead
chat.
just in case somebody shows up.
They won't, trust me.
Well, yeah, you didn't announce this, so I know sometimes people show
I
up
didn't
if
even
you
put it on
announce it
Twitter,
in
yeah.
advance.
Yeah, that's
All right, yeah, I'm not gonna sweat it. But anyway, all right, yeah, I'm sure. All right, there it is.
Okay, keep it there, and we'll blow it up on your screen as much as
Okay.
you can.
I think it's like, oof, yeah, that's as far as I can go with that. Wait.
Okay, that's good. Just keep it there.
All right, there we go.
Do you see the picture at the top? Wait, it's not at the top. It's the third one down.
Yeah.
Do you see the little like the V?
Yeah, I do.
So that's the zipper. She's wearing it correctly.
Well, that might be showing the. Well, no, look, because it's showing the back of it. The picture right below it is showing it like in the reverse direction.
Yeah, I think the zipper just didn't pick up on the model. I think she's wearing it.
Oh,
correctly.
come on! Why can't you just let me have my fun and just say she's wearing
I'm
it
sorry,
backwards?
fine. She's back. It's backwards. She forgot her underwear too. We're good.
Yeah.
All right.
You always spoil my fun, Cat.
I'm sorry. I told you I like details. Wait a minute. When do I ruin your fun? Shut up. Fabulous.
All right.
Oh
Yeah,
crap.
you pop the video back up.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button. My bad.
Thank you. We're going to take 5 minutes.
The Fulton County District Attorney made headlines when she
Woo!
brought RICO
He looks old.
charges against the
What,
former
Trump?
president
Yeah, well,
and more
yeah,
than
he
a
is
dozen
old.
of his campaign.
He's like 80 something.
I didn't realize he had gotten that old.
He's got some bushy ass eyebrows.
Yeah, he does.
Staff. In an extraordinary moment, Willis marched into the Atlanta courtroom while attorneys were
The way
arguing
she
over whether
walks.
she should be forced to testify. As she approached the prosecutors, while attorneys were arguing over whether she should be
And what the fuck is on her ass? Did you see that?
And
Like,
an
what the
extraordinary
fuck is that
moment,
thing
Willis
hanging out the
marched
bottom of her ass? What is that? What the fuck is that?
What are you talking about? I think that's just
There's
her
a big
butt.
fucking lump on her ass, like in the center. Like, not where a
Hold
fucking
up.
lump should be. No, like, move your pointer to the left, right? See your pointer, move it to the left, right down a little bit.
Yeah,
And
Oh,
in
oh,
an
you threw my-
extraordinary moment, Willis marched into the
Like,
Atlanta
what the fuck is that
courtroom
thing?
while attorneys were arguing over whether she should be.
she might be wearing an adult diaper.
Like, is she hiding a gun up her ass, or?
No, I think she's wearing an adult diaper.
Oh, God.
I'm
Hey, all right,
being
this time
serious.
you
So
said it. You said it this time. I didn't.
That's where the padding
You
is.
said
used
it.
to
I
buy
just
them
said,
from
what
my
the fuck is
grandmother.
that?
Dude, I bought them for my grandmother for years. That's where the padding is at. I could be wrong. But
I just said, what the
Or
fuck is that? You came out with
testify.
adult diapers.
you asked me what I thought it was,
I did.
what it looked like to me.
Oh my God.
As she
yeah,
approached
you
the
had
prosecutor's
planned a
table in court, she
1.5
looked before the
speed.
judge, and as the entire gallery watched,
There
she
we
uttered
go,
4
yeah,
simple
now
words:
I'm
"I'm ready to go."
Hey Tech Leads, this
Oh,
is
shut
Monday
up.
Dev,
Oh,
a
these
platform to
fucking
manage your
ads.
entire
Yeah, I
product
can't even
development
use my
lifecycle.
ad blocker on YouTube anymore. I hate it.
Why not?
I would ask,
Because
we
YouTube's got some
filing
fucking
something.
thing now where they just don't let you do that. Like, you have to watch their ads. You didn't
Well, I
hear
mean,
about that? I mean, I guess you don't use an ad blocker anyway.
No, I don't. I should. The
Well,
ads
YouTube will
nowadays.
just not let you watch videos if you're using an ad blocker.
Well, that sucks.
And like they did find a workaround for that, but then YouTube like squashed that like the next day.
I like the ads where they just keep talking. It doesn't cut over.
I don't like any ads, especially when you're in the middle of watching something.
No, what I mean is you can just skip through them really quick. They don't make you stay in for 30 seconds and then
Yeah,
Merchant.
it's still obnoxious though.
yeah, it's still annoying. She looks so pissed.
Yeah. She's not
Breathe
happy.
along with her. Breathe along with her, and you'll see. Like it's
But
not natural.
no, don't get me wrong though. She did want to be there though. Because this is basically her, like, you know, puffing out her chest and shit. Like, that's what this is all about for her.
Does anyone have the 3 filings of Ms. Merchant? Does the court have the 3 filings?
You can't do that. They have to say something first.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nope. No, wait. It gets better. Trust me. Keep listening to this bitch.
Okay. I think we can locate those for you and we'll suck them off.
I want the one filed on January the 8th, the one filed immediately after we filed ours, and the final one.
If you want to take a break to get them, I can make a copy. I think we have one.
You know, the only copy I have is going to have my notes on it. So if we don't have a clean copy,
Have a 5-minute break and
Let's
I'll
take-
get the office.
all right.
I'll sit here and wait on.
I'll sit here all day. I got a diaper on. I'm not making fun of adults who have incontinence, by the way.
Well, yeah, all right, yeah, and like she is like 50 something.
Yeah, like I said, my grandmother had to wear them. There's nothing to be ashamed about.
Defense attorneys asked
right
Willis
on.
to clear up the timeline of when she hired Wade, as they argue Willis hired him after the two were involved in a romantic relationship.
Let's start back in 2019.
Yeah.
So you and Mr. Wade met in October 2019 at a conference?
That is correct. I think in one of your motions, you tried to implicate I slept with him at that conference, which I find to be extremely offensive. I stayed at that conference.
That's not the question.
I know,
Really
no,
learning how rules
she
thing.
filibusters like a motherfucker through this whole questioning.
We're not going to get to the end at this point.
Mr. Wade was my teacher. I did not meet him when he taught the class. I was standing outside talking to Lisa Reeves, who is a judge. Me and her were just having a conversation. Mr. Wade walks up. I think they hug each other. They have some brief conversation. She introduces us.
But Robin Year
Wait, this happened in 2019 and she's giving us a blow by blow?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like she needs to tell her entire.
Then I took a
version
5-minute
of the
bathroom
story.
break.
Willis's old college friend, told the court earlier the romantic relationship began in October of 2019. Willis previously lived in Yearty's condo prior to their fallout, and the defense hammered her on whether Wade visited the condo prior to the election interference case. But Willis
Yeah, just pause it for 1 sec. I believe like that chick, who was supposed to be her best friend at the time, like she was actually testifying right before they called Fani up.
Are they still friends now?
I kind of don't think so, but now what's funny is that Fani knew she was about to be called. Like she rushed into the courtroom and shit. It's like, oh wait, we didn't even call for you yet. You ain't even supposed to be here. And it's like basically like
I want to be here.
Fani was listening in on the testimony, which she wasn't supposed to be.
You're not supposed
But she had
to
some
do
dumb
that.
shit excuse for why. They'll probably play it on here. I mean, it says like the top 10 best moments, so hopefully they have that on here. I only like watched the beginning.
I'm rolling it back because I have a joke.
romantic relationship began in October of 2019. Willis previously lived in Yearty's condo prior to their fallout, and the defense hammered her on whether Wade visited the condo.
The defense isn't the only one hammering her. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
prior to the election interference case. But Willis fired back, asserting the defense
That was a good
accusations
one.
were all lies.
How often
Yeah, I'm quite proud of myself. Thank you.
did Mr. Wade visit you at a place where you were living between 2019 and 2021?
So you want to start with the lie that he lived with me in South Fulton in 2019, a home he's never been to? That's one lie you told in your
Judge,
document.
I-
No,
Judge, I didn't ask her about that.
Ms. Merchant, I want you to ask a very precise question. I think she's saying and answering that he did not live with her. So why don't we break that up into smaller
Ever.
parts?
And I didn't ask about living.
but you put in your,
Did-
while we're talking about professionalism, no, while we're talking about professionalism, she put in 3 different documents
Don't
he
you
lived
have
with me.
full opportunity to respond?
in
And
2000
filed that with the court.
in
professionally.
2019,
He's never been to South Fulton. In 2019, I lived in South Fulton. He has never been to my residence in 2019, ever, not once.
in
2020?
2019, he's never been to your residence, any place.
I lived in my home in South Fulton before I started getting the threats that were here, a house I paid for with my own sweat and tears. I'm no longer able to live there. But in 2019, I did. And in the 2 months of 2019 that I knew Mr. Wade, 3 months, the beginning of October, all of November, and all of December, Mr. Wade never came to my house in South Fulton. Let me help you out. I lived there in 2020. He never came to my house in 2020, let alone live with me, as you put falsely in these documents. In the first 3 months of 2021, when I could still enjoy my home, Mr. Wade never came to South Fulton, and it is certainly a lie that he lived with me.
Then it came time to question Willis about the vacations the two took together and who paid for the
I
trips.
mean, you see, she just keeps going on and on and on, like, and it don't even got shit to do with the question.
Yeah. By the way, if anybody's watching this really has nothing to do with TRUMP. Okay? These are just opinions about this lady and her conduct.
Oh, yeah, and you know what, now we're far enough in now. Hold on, pause it again, because we're far enough in now where I can, like, get into, like, what my real beef is with, like, this whole situation.
Okay,
And that is, like, she's supposed to be seen as this, you know, strong, empowered black woman role model, right? Which, you know, in and of itself, I don't see anything wrong with. But when she's coming up here and acting like a fool like this, like, I mean, I'm sorry, but if I was a black woman, I would feel fucking disgraced right now. Like, looking at this bitch and thinking, like, this bitch represents me.
Yeah. But if you flip it and you know that the prosecutors are telling lies and spreading lies, like, I'd be pissed too.
No, yeah, right on. But and the fucked up part is, though, like, there's still people running around on Twitter, like, saying, like, you know, how, you know, stunning and brave she is and shit like that.
Oh, well, that's never going to end.
Like, even after all this shit's coming out, like, even after seeing her act like this, I think, oh, she's acting like a boss lady. She ruled that courtroom, you know, and fucking, it's sickening. It's like, no. This isn't how people are supposed to be.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Any kind of people, black people, white people, whatever. This isn't how anybody should be.
Yeah, I agree.
In a fucking courtroom.
I can't believe the judge
at all.
If
like,
that
this
were
is not somebody to look up to.
Not in this situation. I agree. All right, I'm gonna hit play. Did you have anything else?
No, that was it. I mean, yeah, I mainly had to get that point across.
Okay.
But yeah, there's probably some funny shit.
On vacation with Mr. Wade. Let's just go one by one. Let's start with the first one. What's the first time you went on vacation with Mr. Wade?
I think the first time we went on vacation was around April.
If I had to use one word to describe my experience at Harvard Business School online, it would be camaraderie.
School of 22, and it's a vacation is a stretch, but I'm trying to be comprehensive. I recall April of 22. His birthday is March the 18th. So that would have been his 49th birthday. I took him to, like, Tennessee for the day. I think we went to a museum. I think we might have stayed the night. I'm not sure, but I mean, Tennessee's kind of hard to call a vacation, but I just am trying to be inclusive. And like I said, I know it wasn't more than a day.
You didn't spend the night.
I think that we did. That's what I'm telling you. I think that there's a possibility that we stayed that night in April of 22.
Who paid for the hotel?
There's a possibility.
When did you start dating?
When I started dating Mr. Wade, it was right around then.
April 2020?
22. Yes, it was around then. I don't know, like, you know, it's not like when you're in grade school and you send a little letter and it says, will you be my girlfriend, and you check it. I don't know the day that we started.
Check
seeing
yes
each other,
or no.
Is my recollection.
Okay, early 2022. You all went to Florida on vacation as well?
I don't recall going to Florida on vacation with him.
You never went to Florida with Mr. Wade?
When we went to get on the cruise ship, we went to Miami.
Okay,
that's Florida.
I think we went to Miami.
Yeah, that's Florida.
Night.
I'm pretty sure about it.
I think we spent one night so that we wouldn't miss the ship. That's my recollection of our
vacation. Paid for that hotel
in Miami. I don't remember that.
And how'd you get to Miami?
We would have flown, and we've done that. So that I'm clear, we've done that twice. I think one time we stayed, and I honestly can't tell you, did we stay when the ship left or did we stay when the ship came back? I also can't tell you. So there's 2 cruises out of Miami. There's one that's in that October time period that was with his mom, And then there was another that was a New Year's Eve trip. I know I paid for the New Year's Eve trip because the tickets were $697 each. And I thought this is ridiculous that the tickets are $700 to go to Miami. But when you travel during New Year's Eve, you know, they get you.
So let's just back up and talk about the first time that you went to Florida with Mr. Wade. That was the time that you said you stayed in Miami at the hotel the first night?
That's the time I told you I am not sure. So I'm not sure of two things. So I want to make sure that my testimony is clear. I'm not sure if we stayed in Miami on the October trip. I'm not sure if we stayed
This
in
whole
Miami
thing
on the
is
December
like
trip. I
all
just can't
about
remember
just
that.
establishing
And I also
her
don't remember,
romantic
so that the record is
relationship
clear,
with
I
this
don't
dude.
remember if the necessity was as we got on the ship or we got off the ship. But I do remember there was a night spent in Miami because either whatever. I don't remember. But I think that there was a night spent in Miami.
That
But
cruise
you
is
can tell by the
probably
way she's talking, she's trying to hide shit.
Ma'am, if you have something to refresh my recollection, I'm intentionally trying to not be difficult with you, but I don't want to make up something. I know that on one of those two trips, we stayed in Miami. I am not sure right now. You're asking me about.
Oh, I'm sorry, you misunderstood. I was not asking you which night you stayed in Miami. I'm asking if you took a cruise in October 2022 with Mr. Wade.
Yes, and his mom.
And his mother. That's what I was asking.
Yes.
Is that the first time you met his mother?
Yes.
It was on that cruise. And that was Royal Caribbean, I believe?
I honestly don't remember what ship. I know we've taken two cruises.
How do you not know what ship it was?
Yeah, see,
Like,
this is all part of her feigning ignorance. What do they call that thing? Plausible deniability.
Yeah, I took a cruise.
I think that's what she's trying to pull here.
Yeah, I went on one with my grandmother when I was like
But
8
yeah,
or 10 years old, and I remember.
I'll tell you what though, Cap, these lawyers dug deep. In fact, they fucking ruined a man's life over this shit. Because they brought up a bunch of shit about like his sexual allegations. It wasn't a dude she's with, it's another dude that like worked with them. And I think they brought up this shit with sexual allegations against him. So sexual assault allegations against him to to basically get him to spill the beans. But they told and it was kind of dirty, like the lawyer was talking about it like it really happened. And it was like it was still just allegations at that point. And even right now, it's still like it was just allegations. So you can't really say like yes or no. But she basically made him out to be a fucking rapist, and like that dude's life's probably screwed now.
So much for innocent until
But
proven guilty.
that's a later testimony. That was the day after Fani testified.
All right, let's keep going. Have any body language people evaluated this?
No. If you want to look up body language experts, I'd love to see what they have to say about it.
Yeah, statement analysis too. I really like those videos. Ugh. All right, I'm playing.
Cruises. I don't know what the ships were.
But he paid for the flight and the cruise on Royal Caribbean that time.
So yes, he paid. He is the original one that does it. He has something called Mr. Wade is a world traveler. I'm not as versed as him. He's been to 6 of the 7 continents. And so he has both a personal travel agent and he also has a cruise travel agent. I don't know anything about either of those kind of travel agents. So he is the one that would book the travel. But we need to be clear when we're talking about just because he booked it doesn't mean, like, I don't consider him having taken me any place. Let me just be honest. The only one that's ever taken somebody someplace is for his 50th birthday. I consider that I took him to Belize. And I took him to Belize because, I don't want to discuss his personal business, but I'm happy Mr. Wade is still here with us. And I did 50 big, very big.
When it came to how Willis reimbursed.
What did she say? I did what?
And I did 50 big, very big. But
I can't understand that last sentence.
I don't know what that. You know what? I don't know what that means. I'm pretty sure she said 50 big.
And I did 50 big, very big.
Yeah, she said 50 big, very big, very big. I don't know what the fuck that is, Cap. I'm sorry. Oh my God, look at the look on his face. Look where he paused. Oh my God. That's a fucking sourpuss if I ever saw one. Holy shit.
Yeah. Did she mean 50,000? Spent 50, on vacation?
That might, you know what, you might be on point with that. Yeah, maybe 50 grand is what she meant to say.
Yeah. Because it jives.
But yeah, of course. So like she's sitting there talking fucking ghetto in a fucking courtroom.
I don't care about that.
reimbursed Wade for the trips together, she responded she always kept cash on her.
Well, no,
Thanks to a
Cap, I
tip she
mean,
pointed out that she got
and you should know this because you watch this kind of shit all the time. Like, you know, the court record needs to be fucking clear and concise. You can't use shit like
Oh,
50
that's what
big
you mean.
where
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
I just had a problem with her like using 50 big instead of fucking, you know, just saying 50,000.
Yeah. I agree with you there.
from her father.
And then after that cruise, you all flew to Aruba and spent a couple days in a hotel there, correct?
Right, and his mother was not happy.
He
that we left her
initially paid
behind.
for that. He initially paid for that.
For Aruba, yes, ma'am.
So let's talk about both of those. I know he initially paid for it. Did you pay him back?
For the cruise and for Aruba, yeah, I gave him the money before we ever went on that trip.
You gave him cash before you ever went on the trip?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so when you got cash to pay him back on these trips, would you go to the, you gave him
Obviously,
cash?
I don't know her baseline, but she's doing a lot of lip licking.
For the cruise and for Aruba.
Is she?
yeah,
I didn't notice
before we ever
that.
went on
That
trip.
what?
You gave him cash before
There.
you ever went on the trip?
Mhm.
Oh my God, yeah, see, now I'm starting to see, I never caught that before.
You would not go to the ATM.
Yeah, she did it
And
again.
this is
So,
like,
Fulton County pays you.
this is like the fourth time I watched her testimony. I never noticed that until you pointed it out.
Just to point something else out, she's only smiled twice, and it was at the mention of his mother. Just to point it out.
State of Georgia, both
All
paid
right.
direct deposits.
Okay. So the cash that you would pay him, you wouldn't get it out of the bank.
I have money in my house.
You have money in your house. So it was just money that was there.
Now she's hiding behind her hand.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, it's like her fingers covering her lip. So you,
Yeah.
I don't know.
When you meet my father, he's going to tell you as a woman, you should always have, which I don't have, so let's don't tell him that. You should have at least 6 months in cash at your house at all times. Now, I don't know why this old black man feels like that, but he does. When we were growing up, my daddy had 3 safes in the house. So my father's bought me a lockbox, and I always keep cash in the house. Now, I don't do it to the degree that my father would do.
Oh
it,
yeah,
so
and
he'll
this
probably be-
this becomes yeah. Sorry, pause that a sec. They have her the next day they have her father come in and testify. And what's weird is her father says like the exact same shit that she's saying. So they collaborated on this. Like they were coached with this shit. And
Oh,
it's
I'm
like it comes
sure.
out kind of obvious. So yeah, they were coached to say this shit. The whole thing about, you know, oh, you should always keep 6 months of cash handy and, you know, shit like that. Yeah, they repeat the same shit almost verbatim.
I find it weird the way she described her dad as well. This old black man.
No, yeah, and he that's how he describes himself when he testifies. He's like, well, listen, you know, I don't want to sound racist, but this is a black thing. You know, we put 6 months of worth of cash away because we never know if somebody's going to be racist against us or yada yada yada. It goes off on a fucking whole tangent about it. And so yeah, like I said, like
hold on, he basically describes why he does it,
yeah.
and she's saying,
Well,
I don't know
yeah,
why.
and apparently he's a former Black Panther.
But that's a contradiction, though. She's saying right here, I don't know why he does it.
Right. But yeah, so like I said, she's trying to feign ignorance on shit as much as she can.
Yeah, we'll get there.
But he does.
I'm getting way too invested already.
When we were growing up, my daddy had 3 safes.
I
So my father's bought me
had a feeling you'd take an interest in this one.
Yeah.
cash in the house. Now, I don't do it to the degree that my father would do it, so he would probably be
I don't normally get this many commercials.
but I always have cash at the house. That
And
has
what was
been-
with that fucking freaky game they were just advertising?
You're a woman and you
Like
want
a
to
dude
date.
eats a mushroom and a fucking root comes up from the ground and fucking devours you to fucking make this sexy lady tree healthy. Did I see that right? You weren't even paying attention, were you?
I've seen it 1,000 times. I don't know. But I do know that they have a monster in one of them.
But that's fine. Like I'll feed the sexy lady tree $1,000, like 1,000 dudes if she lets me bang her.
Shut up. Anyway, they have a monster on there, and right in front of it is 666. And I don't know what that means, but I didn't like it. Moving along.
With a man, you better have $200.
That gets
in your pocket.
overused.
So if that man acts up, you can go where you want to go. So I keep cash in my house, and I don't keep cash as good in my purse like I used to.
I just think it's weird for a kid's game.
I don't go on.
Oh, I didn't realize it. Like, yeah, I didn't realize it was supposed to be a kid's
You've never
game.
given Mr. Wade money through Cash App.
No,
The only money you've ever given him outside of a contract is cash.
I didn't give him money in a contract, so that was cute. But I didn't give him money outside.
Oh,
That was cute. Yeah, I think it's better if you leave the subtitles up. That way we can like pick up on exactly everything they're saying.
wow.
Contract. What happened? No, we're gonna answer it since you said it. He worked more hours than he was paid, and the county paid him for the work that he did. So don't be cute with me and then think that you're not going to get anything.
And I'll ask you about the contract in a minute. I asked you about cash.
Sorry.
Did you ever pay him anything? And I'm trying to qualify my questions. I'm not talking about the contract with Fulton County that was paid. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about outside of that. Did you ever pay him anything other than cash?
I've only given cash a few times in the course of what we're talking about.
So you
If
never
we
used
would
your
go to
credit
dinner,
card?
Not the
if we
question.
would go to dinner, I wouldn't give him cash because he paid for dinner or I paid for dinner. I've given him cash only a few times and like probably 4. Probably the most money I've ever handed him is $2,500. The least amount of money I've handed him, probably $2,500.
But yeah, like that's all casual. Yeah,
Throughout her
well,
testimony,
man,
Willis maintained she was not
$2,500, no big deal.
Yeah, right?
the one on trial.
So your office objected to us getting Delta records for flights that you may have taken with Mr. Wade.
Well, no. I object to you getting records. You've been intrusive into people's personal lives. You're confused. You think I'm on trial. These people are on trial for trying to steal an election in 2020. I'm not on trial. No matter how
So my question was,
I object to getting any personal records of mine.
We're not dealing with privilege through a witness.
and I'm not, no, I'm not dealing with privilege. What we had offered to put them in camera for the court to review, and I just want to know if she has any
That's not
problem.
something you deal with a witness.
Willis said she and Wade's relationship ended, but the two remain friends and professional colleagues.
When did your personal relationship with Mr. Wade end?
Our personal relationship ended in this year. So let's be very clear so that we don't mix words. I don't want to mix words in here. Mr. Wade is my friend right
why
now.
does he keep doing that?
Mr. Wade, I would say, has been my friend since 2020. I think he started out as like a mentor and a professional colleague. He became my friend and somebody that I really respected. I feel very indebted to Mr. Wade for taking on the task of this job. And he is certainly my friend and one of the people that I respect the most. So if you ask about
Taking on what job?
Like, is it basically like taking up the case against Trump? I mean, you know,
Okay,
who.
I thought he was a cruise director or whatever. So what is his job?
Oh, you know what? We're almost at the end of this already. See, I knew we'd make it through it. No, his job. He does.
I
He
gotta
does.
know more now.
He is a lawyer. He does work for a law firm, but he's never taken on any cases like anything like this. Like I don't even know if he deals in criminal law.
Okay.
And apparently his firm takes only cash payments. Yeah, that's not shady.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a
relationship,
lot of
I
shady
consider
shit
myself to have a
with
personal
this.
relationship right now, Mr. Wade. I consider myself to have a personal relationship with Anna Cross. I consider myself to have a personal relationship with Mr. Abadi. I
Nobody asked.
consider myself to have a personal relationship with Andrew Evans.
Okay, let me just.
Oh, wait, hold on,
clarify.
pause
I
it
have a
again.
personal relationship.
Because I will, you know what? I'll give credit where it's due. Like she is making a good point there. She's trying to clear up what's defined as a personal relationship. So they keep
I
talking
gotta be
about a
honest.
personal relationship with Mr. Wade, and she's trying to clear up that can mean anything.
Yeah.
Like if they
I got a
specifically
personal
say
relationship.
romantic, and I think they do come out later and say that, like, yeah, all right, romantic relationship, and then a bunch of back and forth
Lover.
about that.
Her lover.
Yeah, her lover.
Relationship with him
All right, you can go
as
ahead.
we speak right now.
A romantic
I don't think that's what you're asking. I think that's what
romantic
you're asking.
relationship. When did your romantic relationship with Mr. Wade end? When did it end?
Me and Mr. Wade, We are good friends.
So you should say romantic relationship.
My respect for him has grown over these 7 weeks of attacks. We are very good friends. I think, but for these attacks, it would have been a friendship that, as life goes, you would have stopped having. I think that you have cemented that we'll be friends till the day we die.
That's still not
I'm
the
can
answer.
handle this, Seda. Let's have
She
it.
asked,
She asked when the romantic relationship ended. That's the question.
it's sometime in, I'd say late summer of 2023. So I don't believe in, this is what you're really asking about. This is the salaciousness of all of this, right?
No, I'm just
when
asking
you're
about your
really-
romantic relationship when you stopped dating.
I think that me and Mr. Wade, so he's a man. He probably would say June or July. I would say.
Yo, all right, pause. So before her, Mr. Wade was actually on the stand testifying, and he said like, "Oh yeah, well, I'm a man, so I don't keep track of that stuff." I think it was around June, maybe July. So like I said, they fucking what do you call it? They were coached on this shit. But at the same time, it's like it's way too scripted. You know what I'm saying? It's like too obvious. Like whoever coached them was a fucking idiot.
I don't think it's illegal to coach people. I think it's smart.
It's not illegal in and of itself. It's just it basically exposes guilt. Like when you overdo it like this and you make it too fucking obvious. Huh?
They hire people to come in and coach these things. Like it's not a secret.
No, and really, I think one of the lawyers brings this up later is that no, you're really not supposed to coach people. Like you're supposed to prep them. Yeah, that's the right word. Yeah, you're supposed to prep them, but you don't coach them. You don't give them, detailed instructions on what to say. Like you just give them a rundown of like how to conduct themselves.
Okay, semantics, basically. I get it now.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
So that men in relationships at the end of physical intimacy, women in relationships when that tough conversation takes place.
Willis testified she never disclosed her relationship with the Fulton County Board of Commissioners or anyone within Fulton County. She spent hours on the stand and throughout maintained that she did nothing wrong. The stakes are high for the Fulton County District Attorney. If she's disqualified from the Trump election interference case, they would have to find a new attorney to take over the charges against the former president. And
all right, yeah, it looks like that's the end of it.
Together. Reporting for Law and Crime, I'm
You got anything else?
I don't know. I'd have to look around. And what else is going on in the world right now?
You're asking me. I hide from the world, dude.
Yeah, I know you do, and it makes it so hard. Like you don't help me with this shit at all.
Well, I'm interesting. Teach me all about your ways, Janice.
No, you know what? Yeah, and I'll give you that, Cap. You're still interesting despite like not following any of this shit. All right, let me see what the fuck says it's trending right now.
What is trending?
I try to see what's trending on Twitter right now. Like everything looks stupid.
I've talked way too much about it lately, but have you followed or seen the Natalia Grace docu-series?
No, who's that?
She was a Ukrainian orphan. It's too long to explain. I'll tell you about it later. It's too much.
Is it something that's supposed to like make me have a bleeding heart for Ukraine or something?
No, it happened before Ukraine. It happened back in like
Well, I get that, but I'm saying, like, is this like something where like the gimmick is to like get people to
not at all. No, it just happened to be Ukraine that she came from.
Oh, okay, all right, got it. All right, cool. All right. Because, yeah, I have no love for that, and don't even get me started on Israel.
Trust me, I won't. Either one of them.
You know what? Because this is your thing. Yeah, we don't even want to go there.
Nope. Not having that. I'm
But yeah,
stretching it. Letting you.
I'm trying to think of something else that's going on right now.
Well, I mean, we could hop on the whatever's trending page on YouTube, I suppose. Let me see if there's any body language people that watched.
Or yeah. Or yeah, if you want to look that up, like try and find some body language expert, because I'd love to see what they got to say about her.
I think they would say she's pissed. Alrighty then. Ooh, the judge warned Fani?
Yeah, I think he finally got to a point where he actually like warned her.
Can I watch?
It wasn't even, if I remember right, it wasn't even a very stern warning.
Ooh, Dr. G covered it. I like him. He's not my favoriteest, but I do like him. No, I do not. I don't attract any men.
Oh, let's see. Oh yeah, I hate, and Lori keeps clicking on these fucking things, these fucking shorts on YouTube. I fucking hate them because she'll put it, and it fucks with my OCD. Cap, like fucking, she'll put these shorts on, and then it, when it gets to the end of it, it just loops, and it's only like 15 seconds long. So it'll just like loop that same 15 seconds over and over again, and she'll be like zoning out or something, and I just keep hearing the same thing over and over again, and it makes me crazy.
What's your compulsive whatever?
No, I'm just saying, like with my OCD, it make like I don't like hearing things repeated over and over again. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So it's not a compulsion that you have.
Well, it is like getting irritated is the compulsion.
No, I mean like some people would lock a door 20 times just.
Oh no, I don't do anything in particular except start losing my shit.
Am I sharing my screen with you? Can you see it?
Oh no, yeah, all right, yeah. I was looking at like random shit on YouTube.
Okay.
No, I don't see your screen right now.
All right, yeah, I gotta reshare it then. My bad. I'm not even on the right page. What are you doing? What are you doing, Captain? I haven't been watching the chat either.
Why is my acting retarded?
Where did it go? There.
Yeah, my vape is being retarded. It's not hitting like it should.
Be nice to your vape.
All right, now I see your screen.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Behavior and body language of Fani Willis. Fani Willis is the district attorney of Fulton County in Atlanta, Georgia. She's also the lead prosecutor in a case against Donald Trump related to election interference. What we're looking at today is her testimony related to misconduct allegations about her relationship with Nathan Wade. Before we get started with this, a couple of quick things. One, I wanted to remind you that this is not a psychological evaluation of any kind. These are just my opinions. In addition to that, I do want to remind you to like and subscribe if you want to see more content just like this. All right, let's go.
District Attorney Fani, F-A-N-I. Last name is Willis.
Ms. Willis, how did you know?
So let's look at her baseline seating right here. Her arms are far apart. Her body is open. She's leaning back a little bit in her chair. This is a sign of confidence. Her body is open, which means that she's not feeling.
Dude, this isn't her baseline. She's on the stand. I don't think that would count as baseline. Do you? I wouldn't. I would watch an interview of her.
It kind of. I mean, this is when she first took the stand.
Yeah, but she's worked up. She stormed into the courtroom. She was pissed.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and that's the thing. He didn't. I would have liked him to have reviewed that shit, which was like walking into the courtroom and shit.
But what I'm trying to say is like the baseline is what you normally do. I wouldn't call this normal. She's worked up already. Anyway.
Maybe he felt like this was more significant than that, and he might, go back to that later, but it wasn't.
He's the professional, not me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Herself in that way right now. Her arms are by her sides. She's not trying to comfort herself. She's not touching her face or her lips, doing those kinds of things that we oftentimes see when people are being deceptive or when they are uncomfortable. So let's see how her body changes as we go. But our default looks about like this.
No, to come into the courtroom right then.
There were people I was pacing in my office,
Okay.
and I heard someone yell, "His testimony is done." It only made sense to me that I would be your next witness, and I've been very anxious to have this conversation with you today. So
What was it, Kat? Remember when I told you she was trying to make excuses about that, about how she was already in the courtroom? Did you hear what they were saying there?
I did not. Can I roll it back real quick?
Yeah, roll it back a little bit. In fact, put the subtitles on if you can.
Do you want me to put it on normal speed?
No, I think it's good enough as long as you have the subtitles on there.
Okay.
But yeah, back it up just a little bit, and then like just catch her whole answer. Well, yeah, try and catch the question and then her whole answer to it. That was kind of a tongue twister.
Default looks about like this.
No, to come into the courtroom right then.
there were people I was pacing in my office.
Okay.
What was the question though?
Wait, back up a tiny bit more. I want to catch the question they asked her.
I don't think we're gonna get the whole question.
Here, her arms are far apart. Her body is open. She's leaning back a little bit in her chair. This is a sign of confidence. Her body is open, which means that she's not feeling uncomfortable. She's not trying to protect herself in that way right now. Her arms are by her sides. She's not trying to comfort herself. She's not touching her face or her lips, doing those kinds of things that we oftentimes see when people are being deceptive or when they are uncomfortable. So let's see how her body changes as we go. But our default looks about like this.
No, to come into the courtroom right then.
There were people I was pacing in my office.
Okay.
And I heard someone yell, "His testimony is done." It only made sense to me that I would be your next witness. And I've been very anxious to have this conversation with you today. So I ran to the courtroom.
Now, one thing I oftentimes point out is how people raise their eyebrows. They do it to bring emphasis to their face. When they raise their eyebrows, they want people to listen to what they're saying at that time. She's been raising her eyebrows pretty much nonstop so far. So I think that she has a lot that she wants to say. She certainly seems ready and prepared to talk, and certainly seems a little bit agitated right now. She seems frustrated right now. We'll talk more about the signs of frustration as we keep going.
So as soon as you heard that Mr. Wade was done testifying, that's when you just assumed you would be the next witness?
It only makes sense.
Did you listen to any of the testimony?
I've been in my office pacing, ma'am.
Did you listen to any of the arguments?
That's not an answer.
I did hear the arguments this morning. It's ridiculous to me that
So as I talked about with the eyebrows, you can see her continuing to do this.
Yep.
She wants people to hear what she's saying right now. She's not trying to hide anything about how she feels.
lied on Monday, and yet here we still are. And I did listen to that argument.
So this position right here, we oftentimes do that to punctuate what we're saying. In other words, saying, I'm going to stop talking right now.
We still are. And I did listen to that argument.
All right, so that was it, just the argument, no testimony.
Right, I listened to the argument this morning where Adam Abadi, I thought, did an excellent job pointing out how dishonest you were with the court on Monday. And I'm actually surprised that the hearing continued. But since it did, here I am.
Great. So let's just talk about what you did in preparation for today. Did you meet with Mr. Wade at all? Once the motion.
See her eyes squint a little bit when she said, did you meet with Mr. Wade at all? She squinted. There's something about the way that was asked. There's something about being asked that she didn't like. We oftentimes do that when we hear things that we don't like. I'm going to go back and then we're going to let it play through.
Yeah,
in preparation for today. Did you meet with Mr. Wade at all? Once the motion was filed, did you meet with Mr. Wade and talk to him about the motion that I filed to disqualify you?
On January, this first January motion?
Yes.
I don't know if you could say talked about. I probably had some choice words about some of the things that you said that were dishonest within this motion. So I don't know that it was a conversation.
So you talked. You opened your mouth and words came out. That's talking.
As you know, Mr. Wade.
Now, if you watch her facial expressions, the frustration, the anger comes through. I would be hard-pressed to imagine that she would deny that. I think that she's quite irritated at this point. But watch her brow, watch her nose as we watch this.
I probably had some choice words about some of the things.
You know,
yeah.
she's punching up her brow.
Oh, wow, yeah, her nose
throwing her
flared
nose
up
a little
like a
bit.
motherfucker.
She is feeling irritated by the things that she's saying, and I think that she wants to express that.
Things that you said that were dishonest within this motion. So I don't know that it was a conversation.
Did it again.
As you know, Mr. Wade is a Southern gentleman. Me, not so much.
Okay, but my question was, did you have a conversation
I
with
didn't
him?
have a substance.
Me, not so much. You're not a Southern gentleman. Thanks for the update.
Conversation.
You did not.
I read this motion, skimmed it more so, and I've probably said.
All right, so
Lip lick again.
once again, you see her leaning back in her chair. Something that I oftentimes talk about also is that when people are feeling emotionally connected to somebody, we tend to lean forward. When we want to gain distance, we lean back. Clearly, she is not a fan of the attorney she's talking with right now. She's been very clear that she does not like her position. She doesn't like things she said. So the idea that she's leaning back accomplishes a couple of things. One, creates a little bit of that distance. Two, it creates a position of comfort, a position of power, because you can sit and be confident. She's, like I said, she's got her arms spread apart. Her nose is turned up a little bit. She looks like she is sitting in a position of power right here. And I think that that's the purpose of this position.
So, and I've probably.
Now, you may have noticed that she just licked her lips. Now, we oftentimes do that when we're trying to calm ourselves down. Oftentimes, it's due to anxiety when people are on the stand.
Yeah.
Once again, as I pointed out, I don't think that it's anxiety so much for her as it is that she's irritated about what's going on.
Skimmed it more up. So, and I've probably said some choice things to him about.
Well, I just want to make sure that you answer the question I asked, though. So my question was,
I'm gonna object. That's been asked.
Overruled, Mr. Abadi.
I told you what happened. I read the motion. I am sure I told him what my opinion of it is.
Okay.
And past that, we had no substantive conversation.
you did not.
Is there something you didn't understand?
So the attorney reiterated, you did not, as though she was making an important point. And Fani Willis, she squinted when she said that. Once again, there's something about the way that the attorney is approaching this. It seems to really be getting at her.
And past that, we had no substantive conversation.
You did not.
Is there something you didn't understand?
No, I just want to make sure that
Okay.
you did not have a meeting with.
So there's a number of things that we just saw. So once again, this is a bit of a sparring match between two attorneys. So I'm going to point a couple of things out right here.
Past that, we had no substantive conversation.
I need to know what substantive means.
As substantive just means like, you know, a conversation about like, you know, a serious topic, like not just like, you know, random bullshitting.
That's substantial, though. What is substantive? Is it the same exact thing?
I think it means the same thing. Yeah.
Having a firm basis in reality and therefore important, meaningful.
Is substantive a word?
Substantive?
I'm gonna look that.
Yeah, it's a word. I just looked up the definition and read it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was about to do. So what does it say?
Oh, I'm sorry. Having a firm basis in reality and therefore important, meaningful, or considerable.
Okay.
Depends on what your definition of important and meaningful is.
Yeah.
You did not.
So at this point, she squints because the attorney's pressing her and she doesn't like it. She feels like it's unnecessary. I think she's saying, is there something you didn't understand? So as she hears this, she squints her eyes. It's almost a way to block what we're hearing or what we're seeing or what we're thinking. So when you see people squint, oftentimes it's a reaction to something they don't like.
You didn't understand.
I disagree with him there. I think she's trying to figure out the angle of the attorney and she can't.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I could be wrong.
No, I just want to make sure that
And then you saw the lip lick afterward. The irritation seems to be building up.
you did not have a meeting with him.
And so right there,
She
she's
doesn't
poking
know
her
where
tongue
she's
into the side
going
of her
with
cheek.
it.
We oftentimes do this when we're feeling contempt for somebody. I don't think, once again, that would be a big shock to anybody that she's probably feeling a bit contemptuous towards the person asking her questions right now.
I'm in the conference room to discuss the motion.
Next question,
No.
Ms. Merchant.
So in the
And now she's pointing her finger. We see this as a
I hate
hostile act.
that.
When we talk to people with our finger pointed at them, we immediately react as though it's hostile towards us. We don't like being pointed at. There's just something instinctual about that. So when we point, it's oftentimes because we're feeling irritated. And when we're pointed at, we oftentimes feel that defensiveness pop up. We feel the defensiveness come up because we don't like being pointed at.
conference room of my office, within this week, you produced some financial document. That financial document was given to me, something, and I'm not even sure it was given to him by me or Mr. Abadi gave it to.
And now you're seeing a lot of squinting as she's talking about this financial document, and she's leaning forward. Now, this is a point that maybe frustrates her so much that she's really trying to connect as she talks about this, because this does seem to be something that really irritates her. So it came out that she was pointing first. Now she's squinting as she's talking. She really seems quite bothered by what they're talking about right now.
To me, and I think he showed me a document in our conference room. But as far as a substantive conversation, I don't believe I've had any conversation with him that is substantive related to this.
Let's start back in.
Again, like, what is your definition of important and meaningful? Because what's substantive to her might not be substantive.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
2019.
Yep.
So you and Mr.
And as you can hear the way she said, yep.
What exactly did she do wrong, by the way? She hired her lover or whatever.
Yeah,
but like, why was he wrong to hire?
It's a matter of, you know, because like something about she paid him more than they should have, and it's like, you know, he's getting paid with taxpayer money, and
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
there's all that, yeah, there's all this complicated shit around it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This is intended to be a way that you hear how irritated she is. That is a voluntary way to say that. Oftentimes what we're looking at with body language are things that are involuntary, things that slip out, things that people accidentally say. She seems very clear that she wants the other attorney to know how annoyed she is by all of this.
Okay. Let's start back in 2019.
Yeah.
So you and Mr. Wade met in October 2019 at a conference?
That is correct. And I think in one of your motions, you tried to implicate I slept with him at that conference, which I find to be extremely offensive.
So let's go back and watch what happened right before she said this.
Let's start back in 2019.
Yeah.
So you and Mr. Wade met in October 2019.
So right now, as she's asking when she met Mr. Wade, you can see her licking her lips. She's pushing her lips together. This can mean a couple of things. Sometimes, depending on the context, when people do this, it means they're trying not to say something. It can also be a way to calm ourselves down. She's about to show how irritated she is. So I do think that she's preparing to try to be not necessarily diplomatic as she talks about this, but maybe to manage the intensity of what she's feeling by doing this.
At a conference?
That is correct. And I think in one of your motions, you tried to implicate I slept with him at that conference, which I find to be extremely offensive. I stayed at that conference. Mr. Wade was my teacher.
Look at the brow again right here.
Yep.
As she's talking about this, she's raising her eyebrows. She wants you to know how offended she is by this. She wants to be very clear. I do not like this. And this is what's interesting is that oftentimes when people are on the stand, and clearly it's different because she's a district attorney, so it's going to be different than it is for most people. But oftentimes when people are on the stand, they don't want people to see them. They're trying to hide a bit. They really are trying to seem somewhat invisible. Fani Willis is doing the exact opposite. She wants to seem as visible as possible. She wants to be very clear on how she feels, and she wants everybody to know exactly how she feels about this.
Extremely offensive. I stayed at that conference. Mr. Wade was my teacher. I did not meet him when he taught the class.
And keep the answers confined to the questions as best you can. I think you'll have more than enough ample opportunity on
What's up with
when
the
mistakes.
jaw?
It's highly offensive when someone lies on you, and it's highly offensive when they try to implicate that you slept with somebody the first day you met with them, and I take exception to it.
You can see a lot of blinking here. Now, I talk about when people squint their eyes, that's one.
With them, highly offensive when someone.
I'm sorry. Like, why is the judge letting her talk to him like this?
Like I said, like my only working theory is that maybe he was just giving her like the rope to hang herself. Like I can't think of nothing else for that. Like either that or he's scared of her. Like he's afraid to. I like it. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I would be pissed too. Like, you know, I got mad when people lied about me. We're not going to talk about it, but
Yeah, right on.
I don't understand why he's letting her do all of this. Like, any layman would not be allowed to do that.
No, yeah, no. Like I said, no other judge would allow this shit.
Lies on you, and it's highly offensive when they try to.
Where is this happening? Georgia?
Yeah, this is in Georgia.
Okay.
Implicate that you.
Fulton? Is it the
I
same
believe
court
so.
where
Yeah,
she
Fulton.
works at? So she knows the judge very well?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, well, that might be it too.
Slept with somebody the first day you met with them, and I take exception to it.
You can see a lot of blinking here. Now, I talk about when people squint their eyes, that's one thing. Blinking denotes stress. We try to calm ourselves down with blinking. You got to realize a lot of the things that people do, whether it's touching their lips, blinking a lot, different small motions that we do helps calm us down. It helps calm our body down. There's certain types of sensations that are involuntary that we don't notice, that we don't pay attention to, that helps us feel calmer. So oftentimes when you see people doing these, it's very consistent that they're feeling stress at that time. Clearly right now, aside from just stress, she's obviously feeling very irritated. Don't think she's trying to hide that in any way.
And they try to implicate that you slept with somebody the first day you met with them, and I take exception to it.
All right. Well, Ms. Willis, she'll have the opportunity to explain all that when it's the state's turn.
I think they know each other, and she's taking leeway because of it.
It could be. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Like, I mean, I think she may know him pretty well just because she's the DA, but like, I can't say with any certainty.
Yeah. Okay.
And to ask more open-ended questions.
We
can keep things moving. Ms. Murphy, next question, please.
Okay, so we've confirmed when you met.
Doing that thing with her jaw too. Did he talk about that yet? She's doing it a
No,
lot.
he didn't mention her jaw.
Watch it.
All right. Well, Ms. Willis, she'll have the opportunity to explain all that when it's the state's turn to ask more open-ended
Well,
questions.
he did mention
We can keep things moving. Ms. Murphy, next question.
He mentioned what?
Sticking her tongue in her cheek. He did mention that.
I think it's kind of a grooming gesture. I do it too sometimes. Like to make sure there's no food in my teeth or whatever. I'm doing it right now, to be honest.
Okay, so we've confirmed when you met. After that, isn't it true?
No, I need to explain this, and I think I get to explain my answers. When I met him, Judge Reeves introduced.
So you see her leaning forward again. This is a way to emphasize. It's a way to connect with people. It's a way for them to sort of feel your energy, so to speak. You're saying, look, I'm going to make this point. So when she does this, this is a way to start to take control of this interaction, to take control of the two of them interacting.
So we've confirmed when you met. After that, isn't it true?
No, I need to explain this, and I think I get to explain my answers. When I met him,
She kind of rolled her
Start to
eyes.
take control of this interaction, to take control of the two of them interacting.
So we've confirmed when you met. After that, isn't it true?
no, I need to explain this, and I think I get to explain my answers. When I met him, Judge Reeves introduced us. He handed me his business card. I'm unsure if I handed him my business card, but we exchanged information. He said, if you ever need any help, give me a call. And he walked to the parking lot.
So after that, you started dating shortly thereafter.
And it's so interesting because this is so different than so much of the body language that we see when people provide testimony. So the leaning forward, once again, that wasn't to connect in a friendly way. Sometimes people lean forward to connect in a friendly way. That was used to control that interaction because she went back to the default of leaning back and keeping that distance once she was done saying what she wanted to say.
Same with Aruba. You don't know where that cash came from either, right?
Ma'am, you are mischaracterized.
One of the interesting things about the way that Fani Willis presents is that she does tend to be very direct. She does tend to be very assertive when it comes to pushing back about things. And what we're not seeing in her body language is trying to calm herself down by closing up. Now, oftentimes when people are being deceptive, when they're lying, those kinds of things, we see the body close up, we see the arms close, we see them try to obscure themselves in some way. We haven't been observing that right here. Right now, we see her touching her neck. Oftentimes people do that to calm themselves down. Now, she seems to be trying to calm herself down from feeling irritated. That's been a very prominent theme throughout this. She seems to be annoyed with the other attorney. So she does seem to be calming herself down in that way.
In the other video, she covered her mouth as well. I mentioned it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She does start covering her shit later.
But she doesn't seem to be closing herself off, which is something that we oftentimes see when people are being deceptive. One thing that I've been looking for as we go from one subject to another is body language that changes. Hers has been fairly consistent. There hasn't been a particular subject that's been brought up that's given her wildly different body language, because that is something that we watch for.
Testimony greatly. I'm not going to allow you to mischaracterize my testimony. I know that I keep money in my house. The amounts of money I gave Mr. Wade, it was never that serious. But I consider that one trip that we didn't come back to Atlanta and leave. We flew down to Miami. We got on a cruise ship. We spent a couple of days with his mama. We came back to Miami. When we came back to Miami, either that day or the next day, we flew to Aruba. We spent a few days in Aruba.
So you see her talking a lot with her hands right now. Now, the emotional center of our brain is very connected to the motion of our bodies. That's part of how we can read body language. So as you see this, we're seeing very little anxiety right now as she's talking about this. Oftentimes when people lie or are deceptive, they feel uncomfortable. They tend to feel anxious. We're not seeing that right now. So does that mean that everything she's saying is true? Not necessarily, but we're not seeing specific signs of deception.
Aruba, and we came back. That was really one trip. Even though we went two places, it was.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
That's because her whole story is scripted. Like she got everything scripted out, like how she's going to describe everything.
Honestly, I don't blame her. I don't blame her. She's only got one shot on the stand. I don't know, ma'am. I was gonna say something else, but I forgot.
Yeah, I still feel like she made a fool
So let's talk about the California trip.
So we're going to stop.
Also, if she's this sassy on the stand, imagine how she is behind closed doors with her employees.
Yeah, I know. I can only imagine. Must be rotten working for her.
Yeah, if she doesn't like you, that looks like it would be scary.
Up here for now. There's a lot more that we could get into, but her body language does remain relatively stable throughout the rest of the testimony. I can do another video explaining more, or if there's certain parts of her testimony that you want to see, please let me know.
All right,
but what we essentially
you can't
saw was
tell me
somebody.
it remains consistent throughout the rest of her testimony, because you and me both have both seen it.
Yeah.
Like when she starts covering her mouth and shit. So he can't sit there and tell me that she's been consistent through her whole testimony.
Well, I think he said the rest of her testimony. So everything that came after this, I think, is what he meant. I could be wrong. Hold on, let me roll.
But no, I mean, this was before she started covering her mouth, though.
Oh, was it? I don't remember what order anything came in.
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah. Because she started covering her mouth and shit towards the end.
So let's talk about the California trip.
So we're going to stop here for now. There's a lot more that we could get into, but her body language does remain relatively stable throughout the rest of the testimony. I can do another video explaining more, or if there's certain parts of her testimony that you want to see, please let me know. But what we essentially saw was somebody who came out and wanted you to see their body language. They wanted you to see them. They wanted you to listen to what they were saying. It seemed like there were a lot of messages that Fani Willis wanted to get across.
I feel
It seemed like she wasn't going.
Trying to take her side in this.
Could be. I don't know.
I don't know. He just sounded a little too favorable towards her. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And maybe that's me. Maybe that's just because I got my own bias because I can't stand the bitch. But
Yeah, I don't know.
no, I don't think it's beyond that. Like, I mean, I could see if someone's being like fair and neutral, but he doesn't seem all that neutral to me. He seems like he's leaning towards favoring her.
I'm trying to think of how to like say this.
And I don't know, especially this thing at the end where he said, like, oh yeah, and she remains consistent through the rest of her testimony. Like, no. And he clearly he didn't cover the part where she covered her mouth.
Oh no, like wasn't she on the stand for hours or something?
She was, I think about like maybe 2 hours total. She was on the stand.
Yeah, he couldn't cover all of that. Some of the other
But
body.
that's what I'm saying. But don't tell me for the rest of her testimony she remained consistent when that's not the case, though. Like, that's my biggest problem.
Do you have anything else?
Let me go. Hold on, let me go look on YouTube real quick. Yeah, I remember I was talking about how much I fucking hate them stupid shorts.
Which ones is she watching?
What do you mean? Wait, which
You
ones
said
is she
Lori.
watching?
Lori, dumb butt.
No, she just clicks on whatever pops up. Like whenever she sees them shorts, and she's like, "Oh, this looks interesting," and she'll just fucking click on it. And that's the whole point of them. They're meant to be clickbaity.
Yeah.
And I hate that shit. Let
me see what's on my YouTube.
Damn, all the fucking almost all the videos are in my YouTube feed are like fucking all about Fani.
The algorithm is strong.
God. I was about to say that thing and I stopped myself.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh. I was looking at the screen and I was like, hey, somebody's live.
Oh.
With your name.
Let me see if Nate the lawyer covers this. Because that dude's pretty funny.
I watched his Johnny Depp coverage, but he took a turn after that, and I wasn't interested.
Oh, really?
Because he
because I know Lori still watches his videos sometimes.
Huh? Say it again. I'm sorry.
Lori still watches his videos sometimes.
Oh
yeah. Oh, holy shit. No, she was on the stand for a minute, or I don't know, because his videos, one of them's 3.5 hours, the other's like 4 hours, 4.5 hours. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, I thought she was up there for a while.
All right, let me see what else.
Don't hate me for this.
Got any short ones?
Don't hate me for this, okay?
All right, what is it?
Just give me 2 seconds to see.
Oh
crap! Where'd it go?
Yeah, shared your screen. Hold on, I'll be back in a sec.
I meant to. No, Batman. Woo! Oh, wow. What is that?
Yeah. Oh, you're sharing your screen again. Damn it.
Well, it's okay. I can take it down.
No, I just wanted to show you Lane real quick. So you can see how big
Oh, okay,
she
yeah.
got.
Go for it.
Yeah, she is Lane now. She's a big girl.
Aw,
Right,
she's a
Lane?
pretty kitty.
I know, she's so annoyed. She's so annoyed.
She looks like Kiddo, a kitten I had, who disappeared.
Aw.
Yeah, I know. I was really bummed about it too.
All right, go ahead and do your thing.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no!
It's
Oh
not
no!
a
Wait,
game.
those are dumb little games. All right, yeah. I
Yeah,
thought you were
those
going
are
to
the-
show me a bunch of shirts. Ah, no, there they are. Yeah, stay away from them.
Yeah, okay. Well, I am going to show you one. I told you not to hate me.
Oh no!
Hold on. This kid
Oh,
is
see,
so...
you're like Lori.
No, she is so cute. I actually follow the channel.
Oh, you're like
She's
Lori.
been snowboarding since she was 1 year old. Well, 1 year old.
Scared?
You do it scared.
All right, come on, baby.
I'm not
got it.
gonna hit it too.
There you go. Yeah.
And go, board
Clap.
flap. Yeah!
Just like that.
That was sick! Woo! Flap, flap, board flap.
Whoa! Whoa!
Sick
Nice.
little ollie
You
on.
basically just did like a tail press on that thing. You going for it?
All
She's
right,
gonna be
yeah, all right,
really
yeah.
neat.
Stop it before it repeats, please.
It's not repeating. It's not repeating. I heard you.
But yeah, I'm sorry. Oh my god, it
if she's
just
that
doesn't
good-
do. It doesn't do anything for me, Cat. Oh my
No, I'm
god,
just
you
trying
and
to see
Lori
if
with
she's
that
that
shit.
good when she's little. Like think about when she grows up.
I mean, yeah, like yeah, I can respect that, and you know, some people are really good at something when they're young, and then they just totally lose it when they get older.
Yeah,
So you know, I don't think much of that.
I do. But I watch the channel, so like I see the passion she has for it. She loves it.
Yeah, I dig. I'm just not into that stuff.
Well, it's because you suck.
Oh, just 'cause I got better things to do.
Yeah, like what? It was a short. What better things do you have to do? It was a 30-second short.
Mhm. Yeah, I know. I don't want to spend like, you know, all of my days getting sucked into 30-second shorts.
Well, I don't. I follow the channel.
Oh, Lori
What the
does.
fuck is that?
What the fuck is what?
The thing on the
Oh,
right.
I'm not looking at the
Oh, okay. It's some kind of weird ballerina thing. Anyway.
No, oh my god, see, that's why I stay away from them fucking things. No, because oh my god, you're being just
I
like
didn't click
Lori
on
right
it!
now.
I didn't click on it. What is your problem? Calm your titties, man.
Oh my god, you're no, oh god, you're even being more like Lori when you say, oh, I didn't even click on it.
But I didn't.
Oh, it hurts. Just like, please, no more shorts. Oh god,
Dude,
definitely.
I didn't
no
click on
Taylor
them.
Swift.
I have to scroll past them. You realize that, right?
Yeah, I know.
All right. Now, did you find anything?
No, I was still looking around. Yeah, I tried looking at Nate the lawyer. Yeah, he didn't really have anything good. I mean, he had a couple of videos, but they're like 3 hours long, and I don't feel like flipping through them to see what the good parts are.
Yeah, me neither. But that's why shorts can come in handy.
No, they can't. That's why you can just watch short videos that are like just a couple minutes long, and it's the same thing, except it doesn't keep looping.
Well, I don't watch them on loop. I don't know why Lori does.
I'm saying they automatically, like the one video you put on with the snowboarding girl, like it actually looped for a split second and then you stopped it.
Yeah,
But
like,
yeah, Lori
aren't you supposed
usually
to
doesn't
stop
stop it in time, so I always have to hear it repeat.
I just keep scrolling when they end to the next video, or go back on the screen. Dang, that's a 6-year-old video. We're in no man's
What
land
is?
now. It was some X Factor thing at the bottom. It doesn't matter. All right, so you don't
One of the
anything
stuff I
else?
listen to on YouTube Music keeps coming up too.
Um,
I'm still trying to look through stuff.
I've got a copyright strike or two, so let's not do that.
Do you ever watch Grade A Under A?
I know who they are.
Well, who he is. It's just one guy.
Yeah, didn't he disappear years ago?
No, yeah, apparently he came back.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Why was he gone?
Oh, I don't know. I guess some kind of personal shit.
So where were you going with it? Why'd you
No,
bring
I'm
him up?
just saying that's the other thing besides all the Fani Willis shit that's popping up in my feed. That
Okay.
I get that Fani Willis and some of the songs I listen to on YouTube Music.
Yeah, I don't see much of anything else.
And I'm trying to find like, oh my god, we did wind up like, you know, spending the whole stream talking about this.
I knew we would.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think we would. I thought, okay, yeah, I'm just going to touch on this for a minute and then.
I focus on like the tiny little details, and like it gets me in trouble. I fall down rabbit holes very easily. This is the kid I'm talking about. Do you see this one here?
Oh, wait, hold on. Gotta. Yeah, okay.
Have you ever seen the movie Orphan? The Orphan?
I don't think so, no.
All right, never mind then. Forget it. Did you watch any of this trial?
Any of what?
This trial. I'm sorry. It's the
Yeah, I really didn't. I honestly didn't follow that. I kept seeing it come up, and it didn't seem like something I wanted to be bothered with.
I didn't follow it either until it was already over.
Like I don't get how like the kid was tried as an adult, and somehow his mom is still responsible for his actions. So I don't know, the whole thing just seemed fucking pointless to me. It just seems stupid. Like yeah, we just gotta like villainize someone else and make another fucking spectacle. Like I don't know. It just feels like another fucking distraction.
Honestly, like I kind of understood it. Maybe you just had to watch some of the more detailed testimony, but it could have been.
Yeah, I mean, like I caught bits and pieces of it, and like I said, like what I caught of it, it still didn't do nothing for me.
Well, they told her to you saw the drawing he made, right?
I think I vaguely remember them. I don't think I actually saw it. I remember it being talked about.
Well, he drew a gun on a piece of paper and a dead student in blood and stop the voices or help me, something along the lines. They sent him to the office. They pulled the parents in and they said, take him home. And they were like, no, we're not taking him home. And they're like, fine, just get him mental health counseling within 48 hours or we're calling CPS. And they sent him back to class. They didn't search his backpack, nothing. Like an hour later, he shot up the school. Not even an hour later. The gun was in his backpack in the office with the principal, with the parents. Like, it was messed up, man.
Yeah, I get that.
Very preventable. Very preventable. Anyways, I don't see anything else.
Yeah, I mean, there was like another shooting the other day too. It was something else we could have covered.
Oh yeah, please, please
I don't know if I even want to get into that because
No, I don't.
like now all the lefties are using it as another excuse for a fucking gun grab. And I'll tell you what, Cap, I don't own a single fucking firearm, but like fucking, I'll defend the Second Amendment to the fucking death. Like I don't like guns ain't my steez. I'm not one of them people who thinks guns are cool, and I'm not knocking people who thinks guns are cool. I don't. So I have no interest in guns. So that's just me. But the reason I can be so comfortable in like not giving a fuck about guns is because I know there are other like fucking decent people around with guns. Do you get what I'm saying, Cap?
Yeah, I got it. It took me a second.
Like you take away everyone's guns, and then the only people able to get guns are the criminals.
Yeah.
Because the criminals don't give a fuck about our gun laws. They just don't.
You don't say. Criminals don't.
We don't have a gun problem. We have a crime problem. We definitely have a fucking mental health problem.
Oh, good grief!
Like we need to bring insane asylums back.
They never left. They just got restrictions.
Yeah, yeah. See, I'm talking about real fucking institutions. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like some of that shit was archaic. Like nobody should ever be fucking getting a lobotomy. That's basically a fucking death sentence. Like I think lobotomies are wrong.
Oh, never mind. I don't mean lobotomy. I mean electric shock.
No, stuff like that. Like, yeah, no, I'd be down with like, electroshock, like not, shocking people to hurt them, but like electroshock therapy and shit like that. Like, yeah, I'd be down with all that.
Well, it still happens. It's legal.
But like a lobotomy, like you're just basically like fucking hammering a nail into someone's brain.
Yeah, but who gets to pick whether you're insane or not? It's a slippery slope.
Exactly. But it boils down to like whether or not people can function in society. And then it's like if it turns out they can't, like they should have a place where they can be taken care of.
Good luck with that.
I mean, that used to be one of my lifelong dreams, Cap, to run my own insane asylum.
I think you've told me that before.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did I ever tell you that before? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to run my own insane asylum. I mean, no, it's not a joke, Cap. I mean, I
know it's not, but it's like the blind leading the blind, the nuts leaving the nut.
Oh, come on, that's so wrong. No, I actually think
I'm screwing with you. You know it. Come on.
No, I know you are. But yeah,
I would never say that if I actually
that was a
meant
real dream of mine. I've kind of given up on it now, but that used to be a real dream of mine.
You're not that old. You want to do it? Do it.
Nah, in this current world, I just I don't see it happening. Like even if I wanted to, like even if I jumped through all the hoops and came up with all the money to establish that, like I wouldn't be able to run it the way I want to run it.
Fair enough.
Like I'd have to follow all these bullshit guidelines and like no. I got my own idea for how shit should be.
You could go to another country.
Yeah, true that.
Sorry, I'm drinking.
Yeah, no problem.
Did you hear about the Scientology protester that got attacked while he was streaming outside of the building?
Yeah. Lori's all into that shit.
Did they figure out who did it yet?
Oh wait, I think you're talking about something else. Say it again.
It was a
No, because this was about like an anti-Scientology protester like had a confrontation with somebody. But yeah, I think you're talking about something else.
No, that's what happened. There's been a couple of them lately though, so.
No, yeah, because the dude is was like semi-famous or something. I forget his name. But I remember like Lori was watching a video of it. Like, yeah, he walked up to the dude and the dude had like his fucking pit bull with him. And it looked like the dog was getting ready to attack. Huh?
That's a different incident than the one I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah, repeat what you were talking about.
It was a protester. He was out there late at night. I think it was the Grammys night. And he got attacked. He was going back to his car and someone approached him and was like, "Hey man, you got any money?" And he told him no a bunch of times. He got sucker punched and like needed stitches in his head, lost a tooth. It was pretty gnarly. And of course, all of the Scientology people are like, "Oh my gosh, it was OSA. It was OSA." I get so annoyed with them and OSA.
Who's OSA?
Office of Special Affairs. They do Scientology's dirtiest work.
Oh, okay.
But I'm biased because I asked a question in a comment section one time and people accused me of being OSA. Me.
Yeah, see, that's not cool. And
I asked
that's the thing I don't. I'll tell you, real rap cap. That's with the fucking. Ooh, cool, that rhyme. Real rap cap. But that's the fucking. That's the thing that pushed me away from the whole fucking MAGA shit, because it's like these people start seeing fucking enemies everywhere they look. Like somebody pops a question like, "Oh, you must be this, this, and this," and like, I don't do well with that shit. So, and it made me realize like there's a certain like cult-like behavior around that, and I'm not down with cults and shit. I do my own thing. I don't get. Well, I do get sucked into shit, but it's always temporary.
Do you remember it's been a hot minute. A couple years maybe. When you asked me about religion and whatever.
Oh yeah.
I still want to answer that question. So one day we'll talk about that.
Wait, what did I specifically ask you?
You asked me basically like how to have faith and if you wanted to.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when I was like all, and that's when I first started getting into the MAGA thing, because I'm like, all right, so I'm pretty much surrounded by like all Christians here, so let me try and roll with this. So like, yeah, I was trying to like basically get myself to have faith enough to be a Christian, but it never panned out.
Well, I feel like I let you down by not giving
And
you
I asked you, yeah, I remember I asked you just straight up, what is?
But I wanted to give you a good
And I kind of
answer.
elaborated a little after that.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll get to that another day.
All right, right on. But yeah, no, yeah, I'd be down for getting into that again.
Good,
And I
because it's
told,
always
yeah,
bugged me.
I remember I told. Now that I think about it, I remember I talked to you before about wanting to do a stream on like modern day Christians and shit, and but yeah, I don't know if I want to get into that now because I don't have everything like together in my head, because it's just like, you know, certain issues I have with like the way people act and shit, and I want to like have all my shit together with that.
I actually agree with you on that one. So people are nuts. People are nuts. I don't see anything
And I mean,
else.
like, you know, someone like you, like, you know, you're like ideally like I mean, I can't speak of your own faith really, but like you come off as like what I see like an ideal Christian should be.
Thank you. That's a compliment. I appreciate that.
No,
Did
you're
you
welcome.
see?
You know, I mean it. I'm not just saying it just to say it.
No, I genuinely appreciated it as well. Oh, I gotta show you this. It's a short, but I promise it won't loop, but you gotta see it.
Oh man. All right. This is the last one. No more shorts, please, after this.
Okay, I promise. Oh wait, is this the one where he breaks down? It has to be the right one. Do I take a chance or do I look for a better one? Let me look for a better one. Michael Barnett. Like, honestly, he makes Amber Heard look sane.
Well, what's his deal?
He's nuts.
Like, that's it. I mean, is he supposed to be somebody I know, or?
No, he was in the news, but like I said, it's a long story and I couldn't tell you right now, but I'm gonna watch this one with you on the far left. Are you ready?
All right, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, basically him and his wife adopted an orphan and then basically left her with an apartment when she was 8 years old. They re-aged her in the legal system and then abandoned her.
Oh, that is sick.
That's messed up, right?
Yeah, that is beyond sick.
All right, here we go. This is it.
She's abusive.
What the fuck is up with this?
I couldn't fucking stand up to that woman. I could today. I could now. With distance and space and clarity, I could now. I couldn't. I just couldn't.
Sorry. It didn't loop, did it?
He's really fucking crying. It's just kind of sad.
The way he works himself up into it, though, like, it is so fake. I can show you it's fake if you actually want to see it.
Yeah, go ahead. Let me see a little more of this dude.
Okay, let me get my history. Because I did just have it up earlier today. No, Batman. Woo! Where did it go? Dang.
Her knowledge wasn't there.
Trying to be a strong. Not yet. Not yet. Stop.
Oh, this pissed me off.
Hold on.
This is where I had to quit watching this episode.
Wait, what was going on here? So what's this scenario?
He's on trial for abandoning her in the apartment because they had her legally re-aged.
This is like one of them office trials where it's like just him and the judge and a couple of lawyers.
No, this is their prep meeting before the trial.
Oh, okay. All right, got it.
And the head lawyer, the dude in the back.
Not yet.
Now remember, this girl was a minor when this all happened, an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Kid. And this is not her suing Michael. It's the prosecution doing this. It's not her case.
Right, yeah, because she's a fucking 8-year-old.
Yeah, she was 8 when it happened. So, but listen to what his attorney says.
Issues, guys. We need to stay, focused and not get arrogant because we have a strong case. We're at a trial. I'm trying to kick this girl's ass.
What the fuck?
We're trying to kick this girl's ass.
Holy
She
shit.
abandoned her in an apartment, and the lawyer, we're gonna kick her ass.
Oh, leave a pause there a sec. I'm trying to see this shit that's written on the whiteboard.
I think they spelled abandon
Say
wrong.
impeach. And impeach got 2 exclamation points.
Hmm. Did they spell
Ken
abandon
something.
wrong? I feel like they did.
Lindsay Yama. Abandoned.
There's a better.
Yeah, oh my god, like it looks like a fucking 8-year-old fucking wrote on the whiteboard. Hey, this dude looks like he's about to fall asleep over here. Like, oh man, I don't even feel like being here. I was
He's
gonna take a
pissed because
fucking
they just took his donut away. I'm not kidding. Watch.
There it is. There's a fucking donut.
She's just dragging, pulling his trash can.
Yo, he got a donut in his hand and another one on his plate.
Put it down. Do me a favor. Put it down.
I'm in the middle of my dessert.
Yes, just drop it. Drop it.
Now give me my donut back.
Hold on. Not yet. Not yet. Stop.
You can eat when you're not talking.
Issues, guys. We need to stay, focused and not get arrogant.
Look, I'm speechless.
He mad as shit. He angry as fuck.
Oh my gosh. It's just so strange.
I'm sorry, yeah, this is gonna sound a little bit on the racist side, but all I can think of is, don't you ever take a black man's donut.
Never take a cop's donut.
So, is that what he is? Is he a cop?
No, he's an attorney, I think.
All right.
Oh, this is another nice meltdown. Watch this one.
We put it to the beginning. Yeah, you put it back to the beginning, Kat.
All the way to the beginning?
Yeah, see? Look at the bar. And
We're
now
a
it's
weekend
right at the
outro.
very beginning.
Well, wait a minute. Which one is it? Where do you want me to go?
I thought you were playing it from there, from where we were at. Did you mean to go
No,
back to
I
the
was
beginning?
showing you this meltdown.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Go ahead and
Yeah,
find
just
what
watch
you were
it. Just
trying
watch
to
it.
get to.
We know what the prosecution's going to do. We know what the state's going to do. We know what they're going to throw us. We know when they're going to throw it. We know how they're going to throw it. We know how fast it's going to go. We know everything about their game plan. We know where their game plan is going to end up. They think we don't know it's going to end up over there. We do. We're going to be there waiting for it. So when they toss us a little softball, we know.
I just want to take that bat to his head. He is so effing cocky.
Oh, yeah, like the level of arrogance.
He doesn't even feel sorry for what he did.
Ugh.
Yet, in a later episode, he asks to apologize to Natalia. Personally, in person. Because he doesn't want to get sued. He's not sorry in
I'm
any way.
just curious, how long ago was this that it went down? Like how old is she now?
Now she's 22.
Okay.
So this went down from like 2009 to I think 2012, basically. Sorry,
And that'll be it.
I wouldn't call that a meltdown, but yeah, that was.
Oh, I missed it. Just watch. Look at that smirk. I just want to smack it off.
I have already lost everything in my life once. If you were to show up here, right now, and you were to tell me that you've got my youngest son, Ethan, and my middle son, Wesley, in your car with you right now, and you were to tell me, Mr. Barnett, you can see him for 5 minutes. You can smile. You can hug your children. It's only for 5 minutes. But to do it, you need to cut your arm off. I'm not even going to hesitate. Where's the machete? I will do anything if I can.
Oh, please.
Sorry, I'm going to get upset. Hang on. This first photo, every single night that I lied awake, I would be picturing every single second in jail.
Bad throw.
I'd be going.
It's important to note, by the way, his kids are in their 20s. And they weren't taken from him. His wife said, hey, I'll give you sex if you give me custody. He agreed. Signed his rights away.
Ugh.
And now he wants to blame her for alienating him. She's a terrible person, by the way. Like, I'm not defending her.
I could imagine.
They're all terrible. But he loves to twist things into everything is her fault. Somebody else's fault. Oh, well, the police told me to do that. Oh, well, the doctor said that. Oh, well, the adoption agency told us this. Like, nothing is ever his fault.
For everything I'd ever heard of jail, I'd be Googling, hey, what's jail really like? And reading the horror stories. What is at risk? Everything. Everything.
Oh, yo, pause that a sec.
Sorry,
I'm trying to think of who he reminds me of, or like just his appearance. Like who he reminds me of. He kind of looks a little bit like Meatloaf.
I would have to look that up. I have no idea. I'm not
like,
saying
what about
I
Meatloaf
agree.
in his later years.
I'm not saying I agree. Actually, you know what? Give me a second. Go to the private chat. I'm not going to say this out loud.
Okay.
And just let me know if you agree.
You type too slow. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, right?
I definitely that was one of my first impressions of him.
Okay, this isn't on the screen, right?
It shouldn't be.
Okay.
Oh wait, if you're sharing your screen, maybe it is. Oh no, wait, but yeah, it would. Yeah, it wouldn't be on. Oh wait, yeah.
No, I'm sharing a tab.
Oh right, yeah, but no, yeah, I only see my chat. I don't see your chat.
Okay, cool. Anyway, if you ever want to watch it, it's on HBO Max and ID Discovery. It's
All right,
insane.
cool. Yeah, Lori would probably get into that.
It is addictive.
Like I don't get too big on these documentaries because I get like bored too easily. Like, you know, once it gets to a part where it's like dragging on, like I just start losing interest.
Dude, with him as the narrator, how can you get bored?
Oh, he narrates the whole thing?
Well, he's most of it.
I am a thrower when I get mad.
How are you now? He's also a hitter when he gets mad.
Requesting evidence and whatnot. They subpoenaed Christine's entire Facebook history, every message she's ever sent, every post she's ever made, etc. It's part of discovery, and my attorney asked me, hey, go through this and just make sure there's no landmines that we should be aware of.
If you're innocent, why would there be a landmine?
So as I'm just searching through, there's a name that pops up that I'm just not expecting. It's somebody that brought their kid to our daycare in about 2006-ish. I know the guy's married, and these are extremely inappropriate sexual nature conversation.
So let's show the world on the screen.
Masturbating together. I want to have 3 ways with you and my wife. Can you reach out to my wife for me and invite her? And I hit the
dramatic music.
Crying on the floor.
And all about her making out with him. And all about her taking him to a parking lot, leaving the kids at home, and having sex with him in the local McDonald's and Tim Hortons parking lot. Who does this?
You know what question I have? Who adopts an orphan and abandons them at 8 years old? Who does that? All right, this is the one I was looking for. Remember that first meltdown where he said, like, I could take her now, but I couldn't back then?
Yeah, I remember that part.
All right, well, here we go.
Yeah, I couldn't stand up to her back
Woman
then.
that I truly cannot even fathom communicating with. I'm robbed of my ability to confront her on this.
Did you hear what he said? I'm not ready to stand up to her. What?
I'm not ready to.
What's the fucking noise he's making? And yo, that
I hate this. I want this to
yeah,
stop.
you know what? Now I think about them tears didn't look natural. Did he put some shit in
No,
his
he was
eyes?
squeezing them out. He was squeezing them out. You saw him do it.
Yeah, that's really hard
Watch,
to do.
this is his new wife. Watch how he reacts with her. Like, he's so upset, like crying. But watch. He's sniffing her hair. What is wrong with him?
God.
Like, he looks like he's ready to take her right there.
Cap, and Cap,
I'm sorry.
Cap, in his defense, I'm kind of nasal too. So
it wasn't just the smelling the hair; it was the way, like, his face just dropped and went back to normal.
I mean,
her hair smells.
It's like when I'm with Lori, I sniff her.
It's not really about the sniffing;
I'll
it's the
sniff
way
her hair
his
and
face
stuff
just
and-
like, yeah. He grosses me out. I can't with him. Crying and then sniffing her hair half a second later. On camera.
One little whiff.
About 2.5 years
Oh.
after my divorce, Jennifer and I found each other. Jennifer, God bless her, pulls me up, yells at me like a soldier. She is an angel and a rock star at the same time. And she basically...
She's going to regret every bit of it.
Like gets me back on track. And that's really important and valuable.
He needs to be on medication. And I'm not joking here.
That's really important and valuable.
Anyway, there's not a slow episode I've seen yet. Well, maybe the first two because I already knew some of that stuff. But yeah, it really is interesting. And I hope she sues the pants off him. He won, by the way, when he went to trial.
Ugh.
They weren't allowed to tell the jury that they re-aged her. So the
Why
jury...
not?
Because it would prejudice them.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Right?
Like, that's at the heart of the case.
Mm-hmm. So to the jury, she was a 22-year-old that got abandoned.
Ugh, God.
Not an 8-year-old.
That is just fucking awful.
At every turn, this girl has had somebody, like... Nobody loved her in her life. Her mother let the hospital in the Ukraine talk her out of keeping her. Then she bounced around a few families in an orphanage, got brought to the U.S., bounced around a few more families. One family tried to sell her for $30K. Then these idiots adopted her, and we see what happened there. But she did land with a good family. I think she did, at least.
All right.
Some people don't agree with me. They think that the family was out for money, but I don't think that's the case. They kept her for 12 years. Like, that's not about money.
Yeah, right on.
Social Security does not pay that much. Trust me. Excuse me. Burp. Anyway, I need to lay down. I'm really tired.
All right, yeah, I was gonna say we're like right at the 2-hour mark. I figure is a good spot to like end it here.
Yeah, I did have fun though. Thank you for coming.
No, yeah, I'm glad we did this, and yeah, like, see if we start doing this like more regularly, then like maybe I'll consider like upgrading my own StreamYard to get the extra shit.
Yeah.
So I don't have to worry about like having to do it on yours every time.
Well, what extra do you need? Like, what is the extra stuff you want?
But I can't really think of like the extra shit that I actually need. I just think like it might make things go better if I have the upgraded version of StreamYard. But like I said, I don't want to fucking go and pay for that unless I'm like I know I'm gonna be like using it a lot.
I think the free stuff they give you is plenty for what you do. What we do, basically.
Yeah, because it's not like I'm trying to like make money off of it. That like that's I think the whole paying for it is meant for people who are trying to make money off of this shit, and I'm really not. Like this is just something I'm doing for fun, and I just like to get my own message out there.
Yeah, I heard the big money's on Snapchat these days. I swear.
Oh, really? I don't hear much about Snapchat. I've never fucked with Snapchat like ever.
I haven't either. I've just heard people talking about it. And apparently it's because they run an ad like every 3 seconds.
Really? So, I never really see ads for Snapchat either. Yeah, like I don't even know how it's so I do hear it talked about a lot, but I don't know how it's as popular as it is.
Some of the bigger creators are moving over there. Like, I don't watch him, but what is that family channel? The one that's got like like a billion lawsuits against them. What are they called? The Ace family. Have you heard of them?
Nah.
They moved over to Snapchat. Well, they were a big channel back in the day.
Yeah, I never heard of them.
They're basically known now for their scamming. Basically, I'm gonna end the stream and we can say bye then. I'm really starting to stutter back.
All right, yeah, right on. So yeah, whoever happens to wind up watching this, yeah, it looks like we're at the end for now. So peace out, y'all.
Toodles.